Hi, James, Perrine, and the Encore team, whoever is involved or hears this message. Thank you for taking the time to listen. I know that you don't always take the time to listen to me, even though I've dedicated all of my heart and soul and time to prioritize Encore as my sole purpose in life. I've put it before all of my other clients in terms of times due to the way that you've got it set up at the moment. I'm 100% committed to everything that I do. I've performed for 3,000 events around the world now, and all of my customers, clients who usually become friends of mine, are overwhelmed with gratitude and enthusiasm of the way that my performances affect them, because I believe that we as musicians and singers, I think it's a purpose in life. I think it's something which has a profound effect on people. But that aside, I have, like I said, dedicated all of my time to the Encore platform. I've always said that it's the best thing in our industry, and since you've removed me from being able to do what I do on a day-to-day basis, I've realised that it was a huge, well, the most important part of my life actually at the moment, and I haven't been able to put into words because of the despair that I felt of the way that I've been treated the past few days. It's been very, very challenging, but today is the first day that I'm at home and able to focus some time to try and summon the energy to put a message together for you. The issue with the one client, Rachel, who had the funeral that I performed for, she made very specific requests which were not expected, and I accept that. I took the booking due to, the way that you encourage us to accept booking requests within a few hours as quickly as we can. I was on the road at the time when Rachel asked me, and I know my purpose in life, and I wanted to be there and help make it a healing experience for her. But when we did speak on the phone, she then emailed me back with some very specific requests, which I've never done before. Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, which is a very unusual request to perform. I later became to know the relevance of that song, but she also had custom lyrics, which is something that I haven't personally done before. I went out of my way to try and learn the songs that she chose. I did, yes, politely say to her that usually people would provide a supplement fee for song requests the time that I put into that, and she was very willing and accepting of that, and she actually offered to pay that, which has been put against me slightly in the list of Perrine's things. I feel like a lot of Rachel's grief and sadness, which is of course completely understandable, has been put onto me because she has put the energy onto Perrine, and Perrine has not been able to speak with myself before speaking with whoever she spoke with, I assume James, and action was taken against me. I'm not sure whether you as a team are aware, but I'm actually extremely loving and a good person. I put my career before everything that I do, and I'm extremely professional. I've done 3,000 events around the world in 12 years. Encore has taken over my life in a way because of the way that we have to respond before other artists, and I know the effect that my performances have on people, the reaction and the way that they're shocked and they come alive and they cry and they dance and they, I've had great reviews always, and I feel like it's extremely unjust Just to go back to the issue of Rachel again, I accept that I made mistakes. I was trying to record the music for her in the little time that I had, because I was on the road. I'm feeling fantastically uplifted and relieved that events are happening again recently, and I got a sense of self back. I'm sure it was an extremely challenging time for yourselves, and now it feels good that some things are getting better. But I was busy with events and didn't have enough time to get all of music professionally recorded with the new tracks for the new song request. And I was quite, I believed I could do it because I've always pulled everything off in the past. I believed I could do it, and I was trying my best to fulfill Rachel's requests and desires for her baby, well, her child that had died. And unfortunately, I accept that because of the way that I didn't manage to get the technical things working on my new laptop. My partner of 3 years is a tech guy, and I recently split up with that relationship. He wasn't the right person, and I wasn't comfortable with reaching out to ask for his help, which I should have done, or I should have found somebody to help me to get the music recorded. And I'm going to do that today. I know somebody who's a professional sound engineer who's going to help me sort that out. Yeah, there was a YouTube advert came on for a split moment. We turned it off immediately at the end of one of the songs. I was using a backing track on YouTube because it was the only place I could find one suitable for Rachel's request. And that, yeah, it was devastating. I didn't, because of the energy that I put into the other song for her, I did believe that she would still be happy with my performance, because the people around the congregation, her family and friends, smiled at me, acknowledged me, and thanked me for my performance, as people usually always do. I felt disappointed with the service I provided, and I accept her being refunded the money for that. But what I don't feel is fair is the way that Encore have removed me from being able to serve the rest of the country and people's who events I have fantastic reviews from, and who I put all my heart and soul into and have the most incredible magical experiences. I also feel that it's extremely unfair that all of my clients through Encore have been told that I have been, I'm not sure exactly what the words are, but they told me that I'm not on the platform, I've been suspended from the platform, and it's affecting my reputation on another level. Some brides messaged me yesterday, and some of them cancelled, who I've put time into talking with on the phone and developing relationships with, a lot of money for events next year, which is totally ridiculous, based upon a human accident, which was absolutely awful. I admit, yes, it was terrible for Rachel that happened, but it was something totally unexpected to me. It's an extremely rare occurrence. The issue with you saying that about the singing pianist, I was totally, genuinely, completely unaware that Rachel wanted a pianist for her event, because a lot of clients normally put in the subject line, it comes through my email as singing pianist, and most of the time they actually want just a singer, or they're very open-minded, so they just choose any option on there. And I was only aware that she preferred a pianist by the point a couple of days before the funeral, where Rachel emailed me asking if I was going to use the piano in the church, and I replied to her immediately saying that I'm not a pianist. Is that still going to be okay? And she said that she was fine with that. So yeah, it was terrible what happened, but it was something that's never happened before. And those who have been close to me have seen me grieving the past few days. I've almost felt like, should I not even be a musician? Should I give up on everything? it felt sometimes I've had nightmares that James has sent Perrine and we're in the Victorian era and I've been imprisoned when I'm just trying my best to serve humanity, and I felt like I've been ordered to be like I know this is really hard because you've never seen the reaction of my clients at all of my events. You've never experienced what I do as a music artist. And you don't know the way that I've prioritized Encore above everything. And James was not there at the time that I paid to come to the Encore drinks. I bought a train ticket and accommodation to meet the team because I believe in what you're doing a lot, and I've even offered my services to be part of the team, and I haven't even had a reply at all. Anyway, I know this is not very relevant to you, and I'm sorry because it takes you time, but I'm deeply sorry for what happened, and I will make sure it never happens again. And I don't even know how I can move forwards, because I've been used to the first thing that I do before anything is always reply to the bookings coming through, because I'm trying to serve customers through Encore, and it's fantastic that you've built a platform where people around the UK can have direct access to the musicians and choose for themselves who they want. And you've blocked me off from being able to do that, and I've lost sense of myself again. And this is the worst thing that's ever happened to me of everything in my life. Losing partners, being in hospital for 5 years, none of that was as hard as this has been for me. And I'm extremely dedicated to this, and I will do whatever it takes to rectify what happened. But I've had brides messaging me, even just yesterday when I was out on the road in London, and they said they wanted to cancel for next year because Encore have emailed them painting a bad picture about me. And I told her that a YouTube advert came on during a funeral service and the client was bitter, and unfortunately Encore have removed me from the platform. And she said, I'm so sorry that this has happened to you. You don't deserve it. And unfortunately I've panicked all week like crazy, and I've already booked someone else now for the wedding. I don't think the way that you're doing is that is not right. You shouldn't treat musicians in that way, especially without really knowing the situation, because people are always overwhelmed with what I do. Everybody. Anyway, I hope that you have actually bothered to listen to this. It's not perfect what I've said, but I've just done something because I had to get something out of my body and to try and see if we can solve this in any way. So thank you, and